What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video, Make Money with HRC. So hope everybody's been good. Everybody's going crazy about this whole coronavirus thing. So hopefully, actually, let me turn off my sound. So hopefully everybody is staying safe, staying indoors, quarantining yourself as much as possible. For the people that still have to go to work, for the people that's in the medical field, including my family, I really hope that they're staying safe and, they don't have too much exposure to the madness that's taking place. But before we go ahead and jump into the video, please remember, subscribe, comment, share the video. Somebody out there might need it. So, just first of all, I want to say thank you for the love, especially on Twitter. A lot of people reposting, sharing the videos, and feel y'all. Thank y'all so much. I went ahead and somebody asked me a question on Twitter. The question was, what is the success, or what is my advice in reference to success? And I went back and I had this written down and for forever, a comment or tips and advice from this billionaire by the name of Jim. And I was just like, well, if this is what success would be, because everyone has their idea of success. You ask them what is success and they get into a list of things that might not appeal to everybody. So asking a billionaire, hey, what is your idea of success, and getting their input, I think is the best way to go about it. So I'm just going to tell you what Jim said, right? And you would be surprised to know that it's not your typical, like, get up early, do this, do that, like, not the stuff that you normally hear in regular cases where everyone's telling you, well, if you do this, you'll be successful. If you do that, you'll be successful. So I'm just going to touch on these five tips for success, and hopefully you'll be able to implement those in your daily life. All right. So Jim's first advice to success is know who you are. I think that off top is self-explanatory. When someone says know who you are, it's essentially you should know what you like, know what you don't like, know what's going to push you, know what's not going to push you, know how to separate yourself from things that you don't like, or certain things that you're just not going to condone. Just don't deal with it. So definitely I would say the best one out of all is to know yourself and be true to yourself, and of course just know who you are. All right, next we have know what it is that you want out of life. Now, if you know what you want out of life, then you have an idea of if you're coming or going. You know what it is that you want to achieve. You know how you're going to achieve it, or you have an idea of how you plan to achieve it. Now, that's basically you saying, well, who am I? Who is it that I'm trying to be, or what is it that I want to be? Or how can I set myself up to be these things? So these are all different questions that you essentially would want to ask yourself when you're trying to figure out what is it that you want out of your life. So it's either you want the big house or you want the medium house, but you just want to live comfortable. You have to figure out what is it that you essentially want. Next, we have know your whys. So your whys are always going to be, I would say also another important factor in life is, why do you do the things that you do? A lot of people would say, well, I do it for my kids, or I do it for my family, I do it for my friends, I do it because I don't want to struggle. You have to know your why. You knowing your whys is going to be the easiest thing to get you from point A to point B, because once you know what drives you, no one could actually take that away from you. And if you don't have something that drives you, find something that you're passionate about, or something that you could say, well, this is something that's going to take me from point A to point B, and it's going to make me more responsible, more reliable, a little bit more driven, whatever it is. You want to know why is it that you are doing this, and what is it that what's pushing you to do it. A lot of times people say to me, well, what drives you? And I'll say myself, and they'll look at me like I'm crazy. And I'm like, yeah, I got to make sure that I'm straight before I make sure anybody else is straight, family, friend, or foe. I have to make sure that I'm okay. I have to make sure that I am, in that mind space of these are things that I need to achieve to make sure I'm able to pay bills, go on vacation, do all these things that I personally want to do. So, yeah, what drives me? Me. Definitely can't put my drive into other people or anything else. They tend to fail you. Not saying that you can't fail yourself, but I don't think you want to fail yourself all the time. So I would say I'm my driving force behind me. The fourth one is know what you're willing to do to achieve your goals. Now, a lot of people will argue the fact of you shouldn't sacrifice your weekends. You shouldn't sacrifice, buying a cup of coffee every day for $8 at Starbucks. You shouldn't sacrifice. I've heard a list of things that you shouldn't sacrifice. I've heard it from people that I am close friends with. I've heard it from people that I've dated. I've heard it all across the board. Some people just aren't built for making sacrifices. Just that simple. However, you do have the people that are, you know what, I want to achieve this. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to grind for X, Y, and Z amount of time. And this is the bigger picture of what I'm trying to achieve. They set small goals, like small short-term goals, and they achieve it one by one and they move on. Then you just have the people that are, hell, you know what, I'm going to get rich and I'm going to sit on this couch all day and watch TV. Awesome. Let me know how that works out for you. So you honestly have to know what you want in life, what you're going to sacrifice, or what you're going to give up for a little bit to achieve this bigger goal. All right. And of course, the last one, which if you see the notes that I have in my phone, if you see the little oh my God moments that I have, you'll definitely understand where I'm coming from with this one. So definitely check in with yourself. And when he said check in with yourself, this resonated a lot with me because I'm that person where I'll have all these goals. I'll set my goals on a weekly scale. So, okay, I want to do this, and this. And if I missed a couple of things, my conversation is with myself. I'm literally having a heart-to-heart, honest, like, yo, what happened? Then that's when I'm going to go ahead and replay my day. Like, oh yeah, or not even my day, my whole week. Okay, so I did this. I slacked off. I could have done this, but then I didn't do this. I was lazy. And it's crazy because it gets to the point sometimes where I don't even wait till the week ends to have the conversation with myself. Sometimes these are conversations that I have late nights, early mornings. If I get up and I was supposed to do something, I'm like, PG, you're supposed to do this. Why didn't you do this? I was tired. Were you really that tired? Or were you just like, just being lazy? Or were you just so caught up in sleep that you're like, oh my God, I need sleep, but you really didn't need the sleep type of thing? Like, what's going on? And at that point, I'm like, all right, you know what? Let's get up. Let's go ahead and get the ball rolling. Let's do this. Let's do that. And the crazy part is, no matter how tired you are, once you're up, you took a shower, you're good. At least for me, I'm good. Like, once that water hits you and it's like, all right, I'm alive, I'm awake, like, let's go, let's get this day started, like, let's see how much we could actually conquer. So, the advice to success was pretty straightforward. It was pretty simple. And I'm not gonna lie, kind of took me by surprise because I personally was expecting you have to go to school, you have to get a degree, you have to, get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, you have to do all these things to be successful, and it wasn't even that. So I've personally mixed in Jim's advice with a couple of my own things that I do to make sure that I'm successful in whatever it is that I do. And I'm not gonna lie, it works pretty well in the sense of I just got to be consistent with it. And when I want to give up, it's not an option. Why? Because I'm not gonna let myself down, because that is my why. I am my driving force behind making sure that everything that I want to do, I'm able to do it. And I'm not running back to family or anybody else saying, hey, you know what, I need this or I need that. I'm making sure I'm putting myself in that position to supply whatever it is that I might need. So definitely, if you do have any other thoughts, comments, drop it in the video. Love to hear from you guys. Again, if you haven't subscribed, share the videos, let me know. But hopefully these tips will actually help somebody out there. And remember, all you got to do is start. A little bit of tangent. I literally wanted to do the whole YouTube thing, and yes, I did start it, but then a lot of other things came up, dropped it. Now I'm back at it. So it's literally just knowing, hey, let me go ahead, do whatever it is I say I'm gonna do, and eventually it'll fall into your day. That's the best way that I could put it, because I'm sitting here doing things online, setting up some stores that I'm working on, and also working on a blog post for somebody, and I'm like, oh crap, let me drop a video, because why? It's been a couple of days. So here it is in my head. I'm keeping track of, oh, okay, all right, so I've done this, self-accountability, but again, let me know what you guys are up to. It is Wednesday, so I really hope everybody's having an awesome day, and I'll see y'all on the flip side. Later.